My name is Valerie, and I teach yoga at Abhyaasa in Naperville, Illinois. This is one of our 12 days of Christmas gifts, and today we are going to be working on loosening and releasing tension of the shoulders, upper back, and neck. During our work from home, oftentimes we don't get around and move as much as we do when we commute or we walk to work. And hunching over, bending the back in this fashion is very natural. However, it is something that we need to combat because it causes tension and discomfort in the upper back and neck. So we're going to start very simply with a chin tuck. So instead of lowering the chin, and in yoga we use this as Jalandhara Bandha, we just tuck the chin back. It doesn't lower in space, but the back of the skull reaches toward the back of the chair. And then you're going to close your eyes and you're going to begin to breathe your 10 breaths, lengthening each breath with each cycle. So maybe a count or two until you end up at the edge of your breath where you're able to lengthen no longer. And explore here, using the mind to become aware of the sensations that you feel in the body. It is very helpful to integrate both the mind and the body together when you're doing any kind of physical activity. After you've taken your 10 breaths here, then we're going to do the sub-occipital stretch where we lower the chin toward the chest, allowing the forehead to reach toward the knees, lowering the shoulder blades, releasing any tension in the shoulders that you might feel here. Just release that. Let gravity do its work. And taking your 10 breaths here. Obviously, because of the brevity of the video, I'm not going to be able to do all 10 breaths with you, but you are certainly welcome to stop the video, take your 10 breaths, and then restart when you're done. Lifting the chin up to neutral, we're going to open up the front of the chest. So if you're sitting close enough to the wall, you're just going to take your hand and sweep it up and behind you until you find the place where your body is resisting and can't go any farther. One of the things you want to focus on is not bringing the shoulder up to the ear, not hunching the shoulder forward. If you are too far, that is possible, that might happen. So then just back out a little bit, moving a little bit farther away from the wall. It's the Goldilocks position you're looking for. Not too much, but not too little. After you've taken your 10 breaths here, feeling the stretch in the pectoral area, then you'll flip your chair around and do the other side, stopping the video until you are ready to go to the next. The next thing we're going to do is a rotation of the upper spine. So taking the right hand to the outside of the knee, the outside of the left knee, taking the left hand and bringing it behind the head. Take a full in-breath here, filling the lungs all the way down to the bottom. And as you exhale, rotating open to the left, using the core muscles to open up the spine, not using the leverage. You're staying where you're staying because of the work here. Inhale as you come forward. And then once again, use those corset muscles to open you out to the side. This is 10 repetitions here. After you finish the 10 repetitions on one side, obviously you're going to go ahead and do the 10 repetitions on the other side. And notice which side is easier for you, which is less challenging, and then get to work on the side that needs a little bit more stretch. The last exercise is going to be a spinal extension. So taking both hands behind the head, inhale as the spine stays straight and really anchor down on those sit bones. So not a posterior tilt, not an anterior tilt, but a neutral pelvis. And you want to keep those sit bones stable as you inhale and lift the sternum toward the ceiling. And you can see if I have a tendency to dump into that lower back, I will allow the pelvis to move forward, and I don't want to do that. It'll feel like an enormous back bend, but it might not look like so much of an enormous back bend to you. So go ahead and exhale as you come to neutral. Inhale as you lift the sternum toward the ceiling. Think of the sternum only, the chest bone, the bone that knits the two halves of the rib cage together. 20 repetitions for that one. And that's a really good one to release the tension in the shoulders, but also open up the chest. This has been our 12 days of Christmas, and I hope everyone is staying healthy and safe. Namaste.